Hi everybody, this is Dr. Jenine. I'd like to welcome you once again. This is another video on manifesting the things that you want in your life and manifesting your dreams. It's under the cluster of videos or the playlist of videos under universal law and the law of attraction. And I'm going through some steps as to how to maybe guide you as to how to find what you really do desire in your life and how to obtain that. Now, there's something that I heard today as I was listening to a coach, and what she said was, don't listen to all those empowerment coaches out there. Don't listen to all those life coaches. They're going to give you steps to do this and that, and you have all of the information within you. I do agree with this. We do have the information that we need within us. We do have all the desires and the spiritual gifts planted already within us. And I do agree with this. Don't listen to a bunch of voices that are around you telling you what you should be and what you shouldn't. Maybe be grateful, have some gratitude, take advice with grace, but then take it back to yourself and see if those things are things that you want to pursue. Sometimes people come and, we interview them. We ask them, what do you think? What do you feel my gifts are? And it's okay to do that and to receive from them graciously and gratefully. And then go about your way and consider, very, very importantly, consider all of the things that you hear, but even more so, think about the three things I had you identify from the previous video that you really feel you want and desire in your life. What do you feel you want to pursue? What do you feel you're gifted for? What comes out of you when you talk to other people? Have other people said, you really are a great listener? That could be a real important clue as to what you're made for, what you really should be doing in this life. Or you're great at writing. I love to read what you write. Maybe you want to be an author. Maybe it's a book that's going to come out of you. You don't know until you actually explore. And there is no mistake. There is no mistake when it comes to something that's coming out of you. So you might write something down and scribble it out 3 times. Or you might write something down and say, okay, well, this is a possibility. Because there are infinite possibilities and probabilities out there in a universe that's eternal. And that's a big mouthful, isn't it? It really is. So I'm going to take you just a little bit further. And if you haven't done this already, take those 3 things. If you have 3 things that you've identified, even if you don't feel that they're solid, and I'd like you to take the time to write why you really feel that those are the 3 things that you desire in your life. It's so important to know why, because what good is pursuing something if you don't know exactly why you're pursuing it? And it's okay if you just want to wing it. You're the captain of your own ship. You're the driver of your own life. So if you really don't want to write down your why, that's fine. But there is a why inside of you. If you can't write a whole lot about the particular things that you have written down, just because I think it'd be a cool thing to do, or because something I always dreamt of, those might not be specific enough. You do have it within you to describe exactly why you want either the material thing or the type of lifestyle that you're looking at, the type of relationship or partner that you want in your life, whatever it might be that those 3 things detail. You'll know what is most important to you, because when you start to write down and clarify your why, you won't want to stop writing. It will go on and on. It's because of this and that and all of these things, and you'll feel this sense of exuberance. I want you to feel those things, because when you do, it is a huge clue as to what you want to start with first. You have a big why that's ahead of you. You might have even started writing down your why. And maybe you have put a couple of sentences or maybe a couple of paragraphs. If that's true, that's fine. Go back and see if you can clarify a little bit more. Go deeper. I mean, meditate. Go for a walk. Think about it. Consider it. Ponder it. This is your life. You know, I have been somebody who has been known to go by the seat of my pants, and that's the best way I can describe it. Sometimes when I go by the seat of my pants and I just, boom, all of a sudden I'll manifest something that I just truly desire. And that's the way that it appears. But the thing is prior to doing that, a seed has been planted inside of me, and it's already been considered inside of me, mulled around in my head. Maybe I've dreamt about it. Some clues have come around. Some synchronicities have shown it to me. And I've known that those particular things are things that I need to go after. And for the onlooker, it looks like, boom, it just happened. Look at her go. But once I do know, once I see the steps, I do roll with it very, very quickly. And I think it just looks like a piece of carpet to me. And this is how I visually see it. It's all rolled up into one big bundle. And once I know what is included in that bundle and why, I just roll it out. And all the steps seem to kind of come together. It has a natural flow. Once you know that you know that you know that this is a specific thing that you are, or that you are pursuing, or that you truly desire in your life, the steps are easy. You don't really need to identify or have somebody else help you identify what they are, because by that time, you'll know what they are. I can guide you. I can give you some information on how to maybe get your juices working, but you don't have to do them the way that I am portraying them. You don't have to do anything. Sometimes just sitting on a mountaintop and just being is actually manifesting, because there's a time and a season for all things under heaven. And yes, that's from the Bible. The book of Ecclesiastes tells us that. There's a time for all things. And there's a time to walk and to consider. There's a time to dream. And there's a time to think about things and to really go deep inside, or to reach out. There's a time to give. There's a time to completely receive. When you give with your whole heart, and know that you know the reason why you're giving. Don't give because you want attention. Think about this. Think about it very carefully. There's a reason I've stopped here. If you're giving out, give out of the abundance of what you have, not from where you lack, but the abundance of what you have, and you can give. But also, in the same respect, know why you are giving. Don't give for attention. Don't give for acceptance. Don't give because you feel that you'd be rejected if you don't. There are some very important reasons why we give. It's because your heart is full. It's because your life is full. That particular thing that you're giving is something that is meant to be given at that specific time. And we're not going to interrupt someone else's karma, their life, their flow. And let me just give you an example. And I'm going to backstep a little bit about this because it's back there in the past. I used to give to people because I saw their need. But there was another very important reason why I did. One is I did have the resources to give. I just write out checks. I just give out cash. I would just give. But sometimes when you help people too much or you give when you shouldn't give, then it hinders their progress. They need to have the blessing of being able to just give to someone without feeling like anything has to be given in return, just because that's their blessing. It's like, don't stop their blessing by giving back to them because they gave to you, and don't stop their progress by giving to them just because they gave to you. Know the reason why you're giving. So that's a little sidestep. Sorry, had to go there. Just kind of came to me. And I go with what comes to me. I mean, that's okay. One example, I flew by the seat of my pants. It's my spiritual inspiration. It happens. It's my download, it happens. So think about your why. Very, very considerate. Very much considerate. Journal it, even if it comes out to 10 pages. That is a real big clue, okay? Once you get there, I'm going to give you the very next step. You don't have to do it. You don't have to do it my way, but I want to sow this into your life as a possibility, okay? Put it everywhere. See it in your mind's eye. Meditate and visualize on it. Put it on sticky notes and put it everywhere. Put it on and write it on bookmarks in books that you're reading. Put it as a screensaver right on the front of your screen of your computer. You look at it every day. Most of us do. Know that you know that you know that this is what you're going for, and know that you know that you know that this is why you're going for it, and know that you know that you know that you're looking and keeping your eyes open for the next steps and the synchronicities to happen. Be aware. Once you put it everywhere, be aware. Keep your eyes open. Don't walk through life sleepy. I'm not telling you not to go to sleep, okay? So don't take that literally. Don't go through life in a fog. I used to call people sometimes, to myself, and I'm going to put this out there, blissfully unaware, meaning that they're just going through life without really guiding anything, without really knowing what they're doing, and without really watching and being intuitive about what is happening around them. Sometimes people just assume that they know, and if they don't inquire, and if they don't seek it out or search out what the answer is, how do they know that they really know? That didn't make any sense. It does, but it doesn't. Be aware about what people say, considering what people say, the looks on their faces, the things that happen in nature, the things that you read, the things that go through Instagram, social media, things that people might say, but they're unaware that they're guiding you. They're not purposefully trying to guide your life, but something comes out of their mouth that guides you. Think about your dream state. Consider the things that you are visualizing before you go to sleep. I really, truly believe when we are in our sleep state, we are dreaming, we are walking, we are going through all of the steps to get to where we want to be, and we want to know what that next step is. Pay attention to your dreams. Keep a dream journal next to you. Your dreams have hidden messages within them that you can interpret. You can get help interpreting them, but no one can really, truly, completely interpret them correctly the way you can. You can get guidance and help. In fact, I do some of that work for people. But all I can really feed in, and all anyone can really feed in, are what the possibilities as to the meaning of your dreams might be. But you can discern and you can decide what they really mean specifically to you and how they align up to your specific vision. So let's recount some of these things, because I know it's a lot to digest. And the great thing about video is you can always go back and you can always go through everything again. But let's recount it. Get those 3 things written down. Write down your why. Figure out which one you seem to have a lot of why about. If you've got pages, you know that your heart's desire, something inside of you is guiding you in that direction. Put that thing everywhere. Do a vision board. Do sticky notes, put it on your computer, do meditations, go through hypnosis, see that stuff everywhere. Look in your dream state, get a dream journal. These are just suggestions. You don't have to do all of them. Try some of them. If some things don't work, other things might, okay? And then put it together. Take the pages that you wrote about your passion, about what you really are dreaming of, what you really want to manifest, and all of your why, and continue to write. Write what your dreams have told you. Write what has come out of the mouth of your neighbor, or what Instagram brought up today, and how that inspires you. The person that wrote that, they probably most likely don't know what you're manifesting. Don't go around telling everybody what you're manifesting, because everybody's going to have an opinion, okay? Unless you need help and guidance with somebody that you trust, someone who is not going to tell you what to do, but maybe give you some information as to what you might consider. But when a seed is planted into the ground, you don't see what's going on. It doesn't shout out, I'm a seed. What happens is you bring nutrients to the seed. You water it, or it is watered by nature, the sun comes and shines its face upon the seed. The warmth seeps in. It's part of the nutrients. It brings it out of the ground and the soil, and that seed begins to blossom and sprout, but it's not revealed as what kind of plant it is until it actually pops up from beneath the soil. The foundation has been laid and the root system has been created. These are all of the processes: the nutrients, the root system, the sun. All of these things are the process of growth, and they're the same processes for you as well. Consider those things. You don't have to take my word for it, consider it. But also consider keeping these things to yourself until you need guidance as to maybe what you might reflect on next. You can go to my next video. You can ask for a session if you'd like. I'm not going to tell you exactly what to do. I'm going to feed back to you and mirror back to you what I see from you and what I hear from you, and guide you as to what it might be, or maybe what your next step might be. If you need help in that respect, you can get in touch with me. It's 832-484-8306. I've put my videos, a couple of them, and one of my meditation videos up on my website at JanineMarie.com, or you can read my blog at lifelessonsbyJanineMarie.com. I hope that this video has been inspiring to you. If you have any questions whatsoever, I know that I'm going through a lot of this very quickly. That's why we need to clarify maybe between the steps and between the lines, because, it's not all drawn out there in front of you. It's something that you're creating from the inside, and that takes a process. And that process, remember, is like the seed that's planted and the growth that comes from the planting of that seed. Part of the growth that is coming to you within the vision that you have to manifest, part of that growth, comes within the process itself. And it might change, it might alter, you might kind of tweak it here or there. We are meant to walk a journey step by step. We're not meant to have the whole journey just completely roll out like that rug I described all at once. We might see it in our vision, but it's up to us to take the specific steps of the journey. And as you take those steps, you gain the muscle to continue the next, and you gain the insight, the visions to go on to the next step, and so on and so on. So I hope that some of this has inspired you, enlightened you, given you some ideas. Take it for whatever it is worth. I hope it's worth a lot to you, but take it or leave it. It's like that old saying, take what you need and leave the rest. Only you know. Only you completely know. Until the next video, I just wish that God bless you, that the light of the Creator shine upon you, that everything that you want and desire in your life is made manifest for you, by you, so that you can say, look what happened. Look what a miracle creator I am. And look what I did. Me and God, that spark of God inside of me. Let that spark reveal itself to you. Let it make you whole and get some healing along the way. Once again, God bless you. I'm loving you from here. Until the next video, bye-bye.